You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with this life, like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall too deep, you be there when I wait to save me. A superhero in your a superhero in you called my soul when I was falling. You moved the clouds to stop me from hitting the ground. In every goal there was a meaning. For this love ain't kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall too deep, you be there when I wait to save me. A superhero in your sleep.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Outlaw Dirt Series. We're week 7 of the super late models here at Oswego Speedway. A great looking racetrack here. I am glad to be here for the first time for week number 7. 1 week off. Points are super close between Devin Howard and Scott. So I do believe Devin is not on. Yeah, Devin is not here. So 17 drivers here tonight. Only 18 make A like normal. Uh, Great field of cars though. Great competition. As we hop on board with a few drivers here. Top on board here with Willie Cuddy. Cuddy sitting 3rd overall in warm-ups. Jamie Massey right there in a 21, even though his number is used to be 6, but he's driving a 21 car. Massey out here. Scott Dobbs coming back out onto the racetrack in the 29 machine. A good looking wrap there for Scott. Tanner Thomas also here, another CSS driver. Kaylor Hogan is out here. Tyler Bickford in the 07 making another race here at Outlaw Dirt Series. Good to see you here. Turner Knuckles also here tonight. Brandon Geisweit, known as Gas Money here. He's been on a hot streak lately in the 18 machine, but let's see if he can keep it up here tonight. Real quick, I gotta message somebody. There's Gas Money. We'll hop on Samuel Bachman in the 007 as he sits in the pit right there. JP Shed, another fantastic driver. Jeffrey Watt back out here in Outlaw Dirt Series just for joining tonight. He was in here before. Christopher Burns also out here making his maybe new rap debut. I like it. David Allen out here in a 94, new wrap for him, definitely looks like. Brandon Cobb's also out here in a 28 machine. And one more driver, Casey Childers. Childers out here as well. So that's going to be everyone. I mean, everyone is currently out on the track. I believe we're going to get ready. Yes, we are. So that's done, we're going to get ready for our qualifying. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll stay on Tyler Bickford or maybe whoever our first driver is going to be. Let's check it out.
All right, guys, come on out there, get your qualifying number with. There's only 3 minutes.
We're going to hop on
2
Knuckles
laps,
here.
so
Knuckles, the first
don't
car to go
sit
out.
around and watch what everybody else is doing. Go out there and do it now.
Turner, first car to hit the racetrack in a 001. He's going to hit the top side, take the green flag this time by. Try staying on that low side here at Oswego because that's the sweet line here. He's going to stay to the top, a little bit rough. First lap into the wall. That's going to put him back in. So we're going to hop on Scott Dobbs then. Maybe Scott. Scott's on the 1 lap already. Scott's first lap in the books. He's going to sit first overall with a 17.921. Brandon Geiswhite, Gas Money sitting P2 with a 17.938. Scott Murrick going in 3 and 4 in his last lap. Is it faster? No, slower, 18.428. And known as Gas Money on top of the 17.793. David Allen goes to the top of his last lap. Scott Dobbs coming out on his last lap. He must have hit the wall. So he's out there now. We'll hop on Kaler. Kaler going out on the racetrack. First lap in for Kaler. Tight. So everyone's going to be struggling there in 3 and 4 as everybody getting tight there. Massey on his second lap coming into 3 and 4. This is 5th right now with the 17.924. Is it going to be faster? Yes, it is. It's going to be faster and going to top the chart with a 17.746. Willie Cuddy sitting 3rd quick now with a 17.793. And Cobbs, he's out there. He's going to be sitting 16th quick on his first lap, going around for lap number 2. Faster, 18.024. 18.024. It's going to bump him up to 8. And that's going to round out our qualifying. Take a look at the results here. First all overall and qualifying here tonight, we go into Jamie Massey with the 17.746. Gas Money second with the 17.793. Cuddy third. David Allen fourth and Scott Murrick fifth. Scott Dobbs, Samuel Bachman, Brandon Cobbs, JP Shed, Christopher, Tyler Bickford, Tanner, Jeffrey, Casey, Nicholas, Kaler, and Turner Knuckles could not qualify as he got into the wall a couple laps. So 17 drivers, probably just 2 heat races. That's my guess. 2 interviews. Should be a quick night for us here tonight. Yes, it is. So 2 heat races. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here
right,
is
guys,
your heat race
race
number 1
1,
lineup.
2 of them to feature 8 laps of distance.
Starting in the inside of row number 1 will be known as a 6 machine of Jamie Massey. On the outside of him and the outside of row number 1 will be Willie Cuddy. Inside of row number 2 will be Scott Murrick and Samuel Bachman. On the outside of him, inside of row number 3 will be JP Shed and Tyler Bickford. Inside of row number 4 will be Jeffrey Watt and Nicholas Mole. And tagging the end of the field starting 9th here tonight will be Turner Knuckles. Turner tagging the end of the field for heat race number 1. 8 laps of distance. Let me know who you guys are cheering for here tonight. Like I said, no Devin Howard. He might be using one of his drop weeks, as I believe he did not miss a single one. So hopefully he's having a good night. And also want to wish everyone out there watching happy Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to everyone watching. But out of 4, coming to green next time by.
Speed is 30 to 40 miles per hour. Make sure you're going in the correct
go, ladies and gentlemen, into 3 and 4. Jamie Massey has control out of 4. And we are racing here at Oswego.
Green flag, green flag.
Heat race number 3 off and underway right now. Scott Murray sitting P2. Look on the inside of Willie Cuddy. Willie Cuddy right there, side by side for second. Samuel Bachman also right there in the 007. Gets a little bit tight, pushes up the racetrack. Cuddy's going to hold off P2 right now. Scott trying everything to hold off that P3 position. Scott looking pretty good. Samuel looking on the inside of Scott here. Side by side into 1 and 2. Does not get him down the backstretch. Jamie up front leading this race as with 5 laps to go. Willie Cuddy right behind him trying to get a good run here and points as well. But Scott wants to have a great night here, possibly get a win here, possibly put up himself up in points a little bit. But like I said, with Devin taking his bye week, he might not shoot him up. You never know. Samuel Bachman right there, still with Scott side by side. I do apologize for all these camera angles. I am trying to find the right camera angle for you guys. I don't have time to mess. Scott gets into the wall right there. Samuel Bachman trying to roll him back in, but he's a little bit far. Willie Cuddy slowly gaining some ground on your leader, Jamie, but here comes Scott on the top as well. Scott in the 310 working the top of the racetrack, getting it done here tonight at Oswego. 2 laps to go, double sticks waving, going into green 4. Jamie Massey up front, turn out of 4, white flag waving. White flag waving for the number 21 machine and Jamie. Jamie looks good in a 21 as he dives down in a 3 and 4. No one behind him. Cuddy right there, and that's how it's going to end. Massey will end up winning heat race number 1 for here at Oswego. Jamie Massey goes home P1, Cuddy 2nd, Scott 3rd. Samuel 4th, Bickford 5th, JP 6th, Jeffrey 7th, Turner 8th, and Knuckles 9th. So that's going to round out that. So let's get heat race number 2 lineup. Starting in the inside of row number 1 will be Brandon Geiswait, known as Gas Money. Inside, on the outside of him will be David Allen.
We're going to start right in the middle
Inside of row number 2 will be Scott Dobbs, and outside of him will be Brandon Cobbs. Inside of row number 3 will be Christopher Burns and Tanner Thomas on the outside of him. Inside of row number 4 will be Casey Childers and Kaylor Hogan. That will be heat race number 2 lineup.
If you mic up on the mic cussing or whatever, you're just going to get a suspension. Nobody's going to have it here. Good luck, guys.
We're going to see if we can make this one to green. I don't think we can. Yeah, I tried. Ooh, I do apologize for that, guys. I did not mean to take a screenshot if you heard that. Trying to get a good camera angle for you guys. That's gonna bother me real quick. Give me a second, guys, as I try to deal with it. Alright, I do apologize for that once again. But I am going to work on the camera during our 10-minute warm-up. But here we go, guys. 8 laps distance. Gas Money up front. David Allen second, Scott Dobbs right behind him, and Brandon Cubs in P4. Who's going to come on top? We're going to find out and come into 3 and 4, and we are racing.
Green, green, green.
Heat race number 2 off. Great start. Scott Dobbs right there side by side with David Allen. David Allen right there holding up P2. Scott got the run down the backstretch a little bit. Crossed up. He's pushing. David Allen in the wall, still making contact, and that's going to bring out a caution.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And a caution is out. Scott Dobbs came up, got collected with David, and that's going to bring out our caution here.
Like Mr. Holden got to the wall and
Take a look at the replay. Scott Dobbs on the inside, tight, pushes up, hits the brake. David Allen hit the wall. Scott's right there. David actually came down a little bit, tagged Scott, and just everyone else nowhere to go. Cobbs loses his front end. Yeah, I mean, everyone just tried avoiding it. So, tough break right there for the guys. Everyone's going to go in, get their fast repair, but gas money up front right now. Single file restart, guys. Single file. Brandon Geiswhite right now sitting right there. P1 looks, he wants to get the job done here tonight out of Oswego as that gold and black 18 machine. This looks good pacing around this track.
Tight racing at the tight racetrack. So
Everyone is out. We are good to go. Pace truck lights are off. I don't know what I'm doing. Not too sure what's going on, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back to green flag out of 4. We are racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Brandon Geiswhite, gas money off to great start once again. Christopher Burns sits P2 right now. Tanner Thomas third. Tanner Thomas right there looking on the inside of Christopher. Here comes Casey Childers. Childers also making a move. Tanner up into him. Oh, who was that? Kaler up in the wall. No more cautions by Ammons. Kaler just threw it in there a little bit too hard and just almost took out a field. Luckily, everyone avoided that. Casey Childers sitting P2 as gas money's up front leading. Scott Dobbs making some late moves here tonight's heat race number 2. I do apologize for that. Dobbs and Christopher Burns making contact. More contact there. The 94. David Allen just finished off Scott Dobbs there. Dobbs will be out for heat race number 2. Christopher Burns also out, so David Allen gets in a little bit of contact there with Scott Dobbs and puts him in the wall. So we're going to see how the admin take care of that here tonight, but man, gas money up front leading this field by a big margin. 3 laps to go. Gas money up front leading this race. Tanner sitting P3, trying to hunt down your second place runner, Casey Childers, as he gets in the wall there. 3 and 4 must be the tricky area for these guys because they are trying everything to get it perfect for their car. 1 and 2, they can run it perfect, but 3 and 4, they're just too tight. But white flag waving at a 4 for your leader, Brandon Geiswhite. Geiswhite in a 4 looking clean. 1 and 2 is going to run the middle. The 18 machine of Brandon Geiswhite looking pretty good. He's going to stick it down low in the 3 and 4. Come out of 4. Checkered flag waving. Gas money takes heat race number 2. Results look like this. Gas money P1. Casey Childers second. Tanner Thomas third. Brandon Cobbs fourth. David Allen fifth. Christopher Burns 6th, Scott Dobbs 7th, and
All right, guys, we're gonna warm
Kaylor
up for
Hogg
5 minutes.
will
It'll
be
end at 5
P
minutes, so
number
I'll let you know when
9
we get off the track.
or 8.
Track
Sorry.
is open, go on
But
out
let's
and
bring
get
in
set up
your
for the speaker.
heat race number 1 winner real quick.
Remember,
As
it
I
is
get
50
ready
laps
for that, we'll
tonight.
do an interview. Jamie, you got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey man, great run there in the heat race. You qualified on pole. Take us back, man. How you felt during the heat race, and what you got to do here tonight for a 50 lap A main?
I didn't feel bad, man. We got a little work to do. I think, you know, I feel like we missed it a little bit in heat race qualifying. I think we just got lucky on the qualifying pole there, but I've been working on it since I was in the first heat to be a little better in the future, a little better to drive, and we'll see what we can do.
Yes, sir. Well, Jamie, I wish you the best of luck here tonight, man, and hopefully you can get it done here again in Outlaw Dirt Series. All right. Well, I'm gonna bring up Brandon Geisweit, heat race number 2 winner. I am speechless right now. I'm throwing a brain fart. Give me a second. Gas Money, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, great performance in heat race number 2. Took off like a bullet after that restart. Take us back how you felt and what you got to do here for tonight's 50 lap A main.
Oh, I felt really, really good. Car hooked up fine. I could run it anywhere. Oswego's one of my favorite tracks and one of my stronger tracks. So we're gonna go out here and see if we can't put the number 18 on the podium.
Yes, sir. Well, Brandon, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you do get it done here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's going to wrap up heat race interviews. I am going to take a quick little break, get something to drink, and we'll be ready for tonight's A main, 50 laps of distance.
All right, guys, we got a minute left. All right, guys, finish up your lap. Track is closed. Finish up your lap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, checker flag is waving, and we are going to get ready for tonight's A main. 17 drivers tonight. Only one will come on top. Who is it going to be? We're going to find out. 50 laps of distance. This is what your A main starting lineup looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Starting inside of row number 9 will be Nicholas Mole. On the outside of row number 8 will be Kaylor Hogan. Inside of him, on the inside of row number 8, will be Turner Knuckles. On the outside of row number 7 will be Scott Dobbs and Jeffrey Watt on the outside, inside of him. Outside of row number 6 will be Christopher
Alright,
Burns and JP Shed
guys,
on the
let's
inside
keep
of
it
him.
going. 50
Outside
laps of
row number
distance
5 will
here
be
tonight.
David Allen and Tyler Bickford.
Let's
Outside
try
of row number 4 will be
race
Brandon
clean.
Cobbs
Whenever
and
you
Samuel
go green, I
Bachman right
realize
there
that
on the
some
inside
people
of
are
him.
popping out of their
Starting on the
spots,
outside of
so
row
let's
number 3 will
try
be
not to cut up in
Tanner
front of
Thomas
people or
and Scott
anything, or
Murrick.
cut down on them
Outside of row number
before
2 will
the
be Casey Childers and
line.
Willie Cuddy, and here is your
However,
front
you are
row
allowed to jump at the
lineup.
line
Starting
if it's
second here
open and all
tonight,
that.
looking to get a win
So
here
once first up
in
the
Outlaw
field,
Dirt
make sure
Series.
you
Once
make
again,
sure
will
you're
be
30
known
to
as
40
Gas Money Brandon Geiswhite, starting
feet
second
speed
here tonight
limit.
on the inside of row number 1.
No dirty sliders. If you park it on the nose,
And starting
we
pool
don't
here tonight, going
post that
fast
with
overall, winning heat
a
race number 1,
punishment.
goes to the
Mic it
man,
up on the mic,
the myth, the
especially when
legend,
what's cut,
Jamie
and we're
Massey,
allowed to mic up, ask you
known
questions or
in the 21
anything
machine
racing
here
related.
tonight. 50 laps of distance. Can Jamie get it done, or can Gas Money get it done here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to find out.
Yeah.
As we do this real quick, let's try to
Just
head
saying,
over here real
intentional
quick,
wrecking
maybe
will
get a better
result in
angle.
an immediate suspension from both series, for both the super and the full lip modes. Yeah, don't even try it, Turner.
Maybe not. All right.
Matthew will set an
But here we go,
example on
ladies and
where
gentlemen, and the
to
3
go.
and 4 they come. Maintain pace, 35-40, guys, 35-40. And it turns 3 and 4 this time by Jamie looking to go green. Here we go, green flag waving.
Green, green, green.
Green flag waving, Jamie up front, Gas Money all in the back, cars up, already into the wall, couple cars in the back, and caution is out. Scott Dobbs involved in that already. Not what you want to see on the start of this race. Take a look at the replay on the start here.
Like
JP Shed was also involved to top on JP here. JP right there, couple cars checked up. JP checked up big time. Scott was not ready, tagged him, and they both just got collected. Scott turns right, yeah. A little bit of contact there, nothing bad. Just people just checking up. But first caution's out, gonna be single foul already to start this race.
But yeah, guys, I guess just watch out for that bump in one. Yeah, let everybody go in and get your repair so we can get this thing on the ring. That was a perfect start, Matthew. So. EOL.
I cannot hear him. Sounds good. I don't understand what's up with my sound. I cannot hear any admin, nothing. Not too sure what's going on here. I just lost all sounds now. Bert, can you say something?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I was just making sure. I don't have any sound, so I can't hear you right now. But here we go, back into 3 and 4. Jamie, guys, pacing. Be the last warning, guys. Last warning on your pacing. Green flag back out. Jamie up front leading this field. Gas Money right there, sitting P2, Cuddy P3. Casey Childers trying to make a run here. Here comes Scott, and yellow is out again. Tanner Thomas, the one machine, out on the track. Looks like to be broken. A little bit of cross faded there on the start. Just came up, hit the wall. Yeah. Just gonna keep an eye on him. I mean, still trying to race it out. Slider here wasn't clear at all.
Jamie, the pace car does not matter. Just do not worry about the pace car.
And just
If it
came
does
straight
anything,
down,
we'll
yeah,
clear your
so-
blacks, but just maintain 35 to 40
not
pace
too
speed.
sure what that is. Not sure what that is. Not happy with that. Tanner not too sure what Tanner was doing. Definitely not gonna go on my end. I do apologize for this, guys. I am trying my best to get all this. I'm trying to get my sound back to my
Oh, you're
speaker,
good, Jamie.
but it's not working for some reason, so I do apologize for that.
But the reason that caution was brought back is because everybody was so spread out. So are we on the green?
Not too sure where I'll be looking.
All right. Let's try to avoid
Tanner's
that
in
spread out
right
5
now.
car weights between each other. It's all good. It was just we had, I think it was somebody, I think it was JP come out of the pits anyway.
Like I
so
said, I
it's
do
kinda weird.
apologize for this, guys.
Tanner, are you coming back out?
Yeah, so sound is just my sound,
All right, just tag the field.
but voice, I don't really know. I'll probably figure it out here soon. Voice chat, playback mic system, microphone, speaker.
All right,
That's
guys,
probably why.
come up. Let's go again.
All right, there. Sorry about that, Bert. I got it figured out. Thank you. But here we go, back to green once again. Green flag waving.
Green flag.
Brandon Geis White sitting P2 right now. A couple of cars already back here. Casey Childers trying to get P3 away from Cuddy. Cuddy loses P3 right now. Side by side battling. Geis White right there. Dives down to the bottom. Casey trying to get her away. He steals it by just a nose. Still side by side in the 1 and 2. Here comes Scott on the bottom. Scott's involved. Cuddy's falling back just a little bit. Casey Childers still side by side with him. Casey takes P3 away. Gonna give Cuddy down bottom. Cuddy with the crossover move. Here comes Scott now. Scott also right there. Scott's gonna dive down low, get the inside. Staying right there side by side. Scott looking to take fourth. He's got fourth for a minute right now. He's gonna battle side by side with Casey. Casey seems to be falling back now. Willie Cuddy over the back end of Gas Money. Gas Money slowly losing some ground on your leader, Jamie Massey. Massey up front leading this field so far. By almost a second that Jamie has on this field behind him. And right there, Brandon gets a nice comeback right there, an 18 machine. Brandon on the move once again. Cuddy and Scott about to go at it for P3 now. Side by side, Scott, a little bit of contact net code there. I think Gas Money. This might have tapped the inside wall there, 1 and 2. Scott's looking to take P3 away. Disappears, comes right back. Scott's right there, side by side slider. Does he have it? No, he doesn't. He's still going to be right there. Willie right there on the outside, going to keep the momentum. Cuddy's right there, not giving up. Scott on the bottom, going to take P3, and yellow is out and is not going to stick. And Cobbs is the caution here tonight. Third caution here tonight. We're going to see what happened. There's JP Shed. Comes up hot, really hot, and just into the wall. Luckily, didn't go over, despawn, and brings up the caution. Or actually, that's JP right there. So
Not
those
too
with
sure
Casey.
what that was.
So Cobbs into the pit to get a fast repair. Not too sure what that was. Like, again, what the admin just said right there. He's going to come right
Nothing I
back
can
out,
really
get
do
a
in
fast
that
repair.
situation. There was no contact. It's like, boom, just doing a
Jamie up
second
front right
jump
now.
slider
Gas Money
and
sitting P2,
nowhere
41
near
laps
being able to clear it.
in, so 10 out of 50 on iRacing stats. But when we go green, it's gonna be 40 to go here at Oswego. So it's gonna be still got a couple laps here. We got a good couple laps. Double back up. Double backed up, guys. Double backed up. But 1 to go for your crew. Pace truck lights go off, as you can tell right there. Massey up front leading. You got a massive cushion right there. Not too sure if that will go away. I hope to not see it go away. But Cuddy got the inside row, still holds off P3 over Scott. Scott might get the outside run. You never know. But into 3 and 4 this time by Jamie has control out of 4. And we are racing once again. Gas Money sleeping on the start there. Gas Money side by side with second, pushes up the racetrack. Scott's right there. He's going to force it in the middle. Cuddy stays right there. Takes P2 away from Gas Money though. Here comes Scott as well. Scott's right there. Samuel Bachman into the wall. Beckman into the wall. Beckman into the wall hard. Loses spots as he goes up there to the top 5. Gas Money losing a lot of spots, falling back and back as he needs to get back to the bottom of the racetrack. Casey Childers gets by Scott and Willie right there. Right in front of him now. Stay on board with Brandon Diceway. He's going to try to get a run here on Casey Childers. Try to get inside. Casey's going to hold the inside pretty well, though. Here comes the one of Tanner Thomas. Tanner Thomas throwing it in a little bit. Or, sorry, Knuckles. Knuckles right there, right behind. Jamie's up front. Scott takes P2 away from Cuddy. Cuddy falls back to P3. Scott up to second. Casey sitting P4, battling with Willie Cuddy now, side by side. Cuddy still off P3. Cuddy goes to the top of the racetrack. Here comes Casey Childers on the bottom. Casey gets a run into 1 and 2, stays with them. Contact right there a little bit. Casey running in the middle of the racetrack. Willie's going to go to the top, try it out. He's going to get the run out of 3 and 4. Still side by side, battling for third. Jamie up front by almost a half second. Scott slowly gaining on him. Casey not giving up on Cuddy. Cuddy still holding off P3 right now. Couple cars right behind the Gas Money trying to get around him. Knuckles right there, not giving up. Knuckles gonna stay way low, get a run. He's gonna keep staying low. almost a little bit too much. Gonna stay towards the middle of the racetrack where you saw that grip right there. He's gonna stay side by side with David Allen. David Allen slowly working his way through. Someone lost their nose, and it's gonna be Cuddy. Cuddy lost part of his nose already. And here comes Gas Money. Gas Money on the inside of Casey Childer. Casey Childer also trying to make some moves, but might be a little bit too late. David Allen over the back end of Gas Money. A little bit of contact being made. Knuckles right there. Gas Money holding him off. Knuckles on the inside of Gas Money. 3 wide. David Allen on the top. David on the top hits the wall hard. Casey Childers falling back slowly as the 18 slowly trying to get a run again. Knuckles takes P4, looking on the inside of Casey. 3 wide into 3 and 4. For third. Knuckles does not have it, stays P4. Gas Money right back at him. Gas Money sitting P5 right in the middle of the racetrack. He gets something in 3 and 4, but not in the 1 and 2. Willie Cuddy on the top of the racetrack, holding on P3 right now. Scott still trying to run down your leader, but Jamie up front by almost 2 seconds on the whole field. Now, as I say that, Scott hits the inside wall, and it looks like to be his front left is broken, but that is also going to bring out our caution. Is Jamie not out here? Not what happened. Not too sure what happened to Jamie. We're going to find out. Jamie down low spins and leaves. So Jamie out of this race now?
Does anybody know what the caution is out for?
I think it was on Jamie. He went into 1 and 2 and disappeared. Cuddy's gonna go in and get a fast repair. Scott's gonna be your leader.
That's a heartbreaker for him.
Yes, sir, that is. And right there, Jamie loses pocket loss. So Jamie out of the race now. I'm not too sure what happened there. Like I said, he just turned left. But if you look at Scott's car right here, you could probably tell his front left might be shaking a little bit. So he might have tapped the wall. It might be broken. So your top 3 right now, Scott.
Green just go.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Alright, so the final decision will be Massey unfortunately will not get the spot back due to him widening out. Just keeps the playing ground fair.
All right, so Jamie comes back. He thought he could get his spot back with iRacing with our rules. We do not do that unless it was a racing deal or a neck cut situation. It's just on his end and a tough break for him. I hate to see it for Jamie. One of your faster cars and just misses just a little bit. So top 3 right now is Scott Barrett, Casey Childers, and Turner. Turner Knuckles sitting P3 right now in that one machine. The one machine is on the move, so is Casey. But can Gas Money get it done here late in the race? We don't know. We're gonna find out.
We're going green.
And a 3 and 4 this time by going green. Scott has control. And a turn 3 into 4. We are racing once again.
Green flag, green flag.
Scott off to a great start. Knuckles on the bottom of the racetrack, so takes P2 away. Brandon Geisway gonna take a look on the inside of Casey Childers, gonna stay side by side with him a little bit. Brandon Geisway to the top of the racetrack in the 3 and 4, try to get a run. David Allen right there. Battle for seconds heating up between Casey Childers and Turner Knuckles. Knuckles right there trying to hunt down their leader, Scott. Casey, a little bit of contact there with Knuckles as well. Knuckles not giving up on your leader. Gas Money trying to get a podium position tonight. Knuckles staying glued to the bottom of the racetrack in the 1 machine. Gas Money trying everything in the 18 machine to get up there. Bickford on the move in the 07. He's up to 5th right now as he gets around David Allen there. Still going to stay side by side with David. Slider here in 1 and 2, possibly. No. He's going to stay side by side. He's going to stick to the bottom of the racetrack. Still side by side right there. Casey making some late moves. 23 laps to go. They're 3 wide in the back right now. Samuel Bachman, David Allen, and Scott Dobbs 3 wide for 6 right now. As Scott gets in the wall, a little bit of contact there with David. Samuel's going to stay right there side by side for 7. He's looking for 6 right now. Bickford has P5. Gas Money look to the inside of Casey Childers, did not get a run. He's going to stay right there. Though here comes Bickford though. Bickford slowly working in the 07. Samuel takes 7th back, but Scott Dobbs on the outside once again. Scott Dobbs tight, still going hard. He is fast right now, boys. Contact there. Scott into the wall and absolutely chaos. That will be on our boy in the 20. No, who was it? The 1 car of Tanner Thomas. Tanner Thomas came in a little bit too hot there out of 4. Came up into Scott Dobbs and just ended Scott Dobbs' race right there. Scott gets in the wall. Tanner right there. Comes up. Just keeps coming up. No room for Scott there. Just chaos there. So Tanner's definitely going to be serving the EOL there. And just from on there, it's just chaos. Cars wrecking. Gonna find out if the admin is gonna give him his EOL. I do believe it is an EOL for Tanner.
I think we already know what's gonna happen here.
Yes, sir. Tanner Thomas, EOL, straight to the back. He goes. But Scott right now up front leading, 31 out of 50 laps complete. Gonna come to 19 to go.
What was that? Alright guys, are you ready?
But here we go into 1 and 2, I believe. I am losing where it was. I am not too sure where we're at right now. Sorry, 3 and 4, so we're back to green.
Green.
I do apologize. Oh my god, but here we go. Scott back up to the front with a great start. Casey Childers takes a look to the inside of the Knuckles. Knuckles gonna lose P2. Knuckles tries to go back down low. Here comes Casey. Casey on the bottom. That 92's up to the top, up to 2nd right now. Knuckles is gonna look down low, side by side for 2nd. Gas Money trying to make some moves. Here comes Jamie Massey from the back. Jamie Massey in the 821 machine trying to work his way through the field once again. Bickford also on the move. They're battling out for 5th and 6th. Jamie's right there. Contact there with Gas Money. Gas Money, a little bit of contact there. And more contact there with Bickford. They're going to stay side by side. Gas Money right there. Bickford into the wall hard. Knuckles gets around Casey. Casey trying to hold the bottom and kept giving Gas Money all his money just to check up for him. But Gas Money ain't going to play anymore. He's going to take a look to the inside of Casey Childers here into 3 and 4. 15 laps to go in tonight's 50 lap A main. Gas Money on top. Here comes Jamie. Jamie side by side with Gas Money. Jamie does not have it yet. He's going to stick to the bottom middle of the racetrack. Gas Money on the top. Side by side for fourth right now. And caution is out. Dobbs once again involved. Not too sure why everyone is giving him hate here tonight, but he is.
Say is I would be peeing in my pants right now if I seen Matt getting
But
every
Scott
win.
Dobbs all up in this as you get a little bit of contact there with David. There's Tanner right there. David into the wall. Tanner, did he just spin him there? You know what? I'm going to have to go back and take a look there at a different angle. Don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. It's just part of my admin deal I got to do here. And I just fucked it up. But let's take a look here real quick.
All right, Tanner, we're going to have to ask you to park it.
And they just asked Tanner to park it, so we're gonna take a look at this real quick. So there's Tanner, there's Scott. Scott gets a little bit of contact there with his teammate, and I guess Scott might have came down a little bit, but it's too hard to call. But admin probably sees it at a different angle than me, but Scott has manually disconnected, and we are gonna get ready to go green once again.
Yeah, just pull a ticket, 'cause that's the question of the ball.
But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back into 3 and 4 this time by. We're going to be going back to green. Scott has control of this race. He is in control right now, and he's looking pretty good and might hold off for a win. And everyone's trying to start early, and
Green, green, green.
that's going to jack up the whole field behind him. Casey, a little bit of contact there with Knuckles. Here comes Gas Money. Gas Money 3 wide for second. Gas Money back up to second right now. Knuckles going to stay to the top. Gas Money on the bottom of the racetrack, sitting P3 right now, side by side with Knuckles. To all the laps to go. Scott still up front. Jamie Massey also making some moves late in the race after that little incident there, as he's right there side by side with Gas Money. Contact there with Gas Money though. Gas Money gets pushed up the racetrack. Jamie Massey right there side by side with them. So Gas Money is going to lose another spot, fall back to P4 as Casey Childers is going to get right underneath of him. Might fall back to 5th. Jamie trying to get back up there with Scott as he sits P3. Knuckles right there trying everything to hold off P1, P2. But Brandon is falling back to P5th. Here comes Tyler Bickford now. Into the wall once again. Gas Money trying to get around the 92 of Casey Childers. Childers holding off P4 right now. Side by side into 3 and 4. Childers right there. Gas money right there. Bickford's on the top of the racetrack. Bickford's going to get a run. And caution is out. As we saw, Brandon Cobbs got spun there. Cobbs contact there in the front stretch. So we're going to find out what happened here. There's Samuel. There's Willie. Cobbs right there running the bottom of the racetrack. There's Jeffrey Watt too.
All right, Combs, that's your second caution. So we got a 2 caution rule here at Outlaw Dirt Series. So
And Cobbs right there just might have
we'll
got
look back at it.
a little bit tagged up in the nose. I'm not too sure. And okay, and he's flipping upside down. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that. But I do believe that was his second caution. It's going to be parked for the night. Eight laps to go. Scott has control of this race right now. Jamie from dead last back up to third right now, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to go. Single file restarts from here on out.
All right, Scott. 35-40.
But here we go, back into 3 and 4 this time by Scott has control of this race. Knuckles right behind him. Massey City P3. Knuckles trying to get a good start here. They're green flag once again. Knuckles gonna stay to the bottom. He's gonna get a run here on Scott. Side by side down the backstretch. Knuckles gets a run for the lead. Knuckles throws a slider in 3 and 4. He's gonna stay to the bottom the best he can. Knuckles has the lead so far. Scott right behind him. Here comes Jamie. Jamie right there. 3-car battle for the lead. 6 laps to go, coming to 5. Knuckles getting a job done here tonight in the one machine as he is in the 3 and 4 lead so far. Scott trying to run him back down. Do you think the tire wear could have been a thing or maybe just a bad start there? We don't know, but Jamie trying everything to get around the 310 to Scott. Scott's going to go to the top of the racetrack. The one of Knuckles also moving to the top. Jamie gets around him. Jamie throws a slider into 1 and 2. Scott goes back to P3. Jamie holds off P2 right now. Here comes Casey Childers. Childers on the inside. Scott falling back by spot. 3 laps to go. Can Jamie somehow steal the show here tonight? Knuckles on the bottom. Jamie staying to the bottom in the middle of the racetrack. Knuckles looking pretty good. Scott sits P4 right now. He's losing it. Childers. And a car into the wall. Brandon Geisway gas money into the wall. Stuck. Cannot get off. And caution is out. Gas money stuck in the wall. As we saw in the feed, it looked like he probably tapped the wall. We're going to find out here. Yeah, he's just turning. Cannot turn. Checks up, hits the wall hard, comes right back down, tries to save it. And just ran her right over. Yeah. Hate to see that for gas money. But Knuckles, man. Knuckles in the 1 car up front. 3 laps to go. Jamie right behind him, though. believe caution lights are going off this time, Di. Yes, they are. Caution lights are off. We are coming back to green. Single file caution. I believe we're still... Okay, sorry. So we are still under a yellow. I do apologize for that. Brandon's got time. Brandon's going to rejoin the field here. But we are 1 to green. Knuckles up front leading this race. Massey right behind him. Watch the pace, guys. Watch the pace. But here we go. Knuckles still up front. Jamie second. Who's going to get it done? Let me know if you're watching the comments. Can Jamie get it done here with 2 laps to go, or can Knuckles hold him off? We are racing once again.
Green, green, green.
Knuckles off in the turn number 4. Off to a great start. 2 laps to go. Knuckles going to hold the very bottom of the racetrack. Scott trying to get back on the inside of Casey Childers. Contact being made between the two. Still being contact. Casey not giving up. Here comes Jeffrey. Jeffrey to the top on the bottom of the racetrack now. So that gave him up. Casey was not happy, and they got spun together. Scott into him. No caution. White flag waving. Knuckles up front. Knuckles holding him off right now. Knuckles into 3, in 4. Jamie Massey holds off P2. Knuckles gets the win done here tonight at Outlaw Dirt Series. Top 3 front stretch, please. Top 3 to the front stretch. Do not wreck anybody. Front stretch, please, for the top 3, and also interviews. Knuckles gets it done here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and the 1 machine. Hell of a drive by Knuckles here. As we get ready to bring in our top 3 real quick. Man, all I can say, what a race that was. Nothing could be done between that. That was a good race. But let's bring in our 3rd place finisher, Jeffrey Watt. Jeffrey Watt out here in the number 11. So just waiting on Jeffrey right now. Jeffrey, I'm not too sure where he came from. Just waiting on Jeffrey here if he's still in. Just waiting on, oh, never mind. Like I said, just waiting on Jeffrey right now. I'm trying to get him in here. Still waiting on Jeffrey, but if he doesn't join, I think we're going to bring in our 2nd place runner. All right, so as we wait for him, he might not join. We'll find out. Let's bring in our 2nd place runner, Jamie Massey, real quick. Oh, and as I say that, Jeffrey joins, so we're bringing... Oh, my God, it's chaos right here. Jeffrey, got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man, great run here by you tonight. It looks pretty good there in the 11 machine. Take us back, man, how you felt and how you got yourself up here at the top 3 tonight.
Yeah, I was pretty bad at the start. So I think they kind of helped me in the long run. I was able to kind of save tire. I just had more tire than they did. Um, I wish it would have been about 10 more laps. I think I could have got both of them. I had that much tire left. But yeah, I didn't feel comfortable the whole time. I think just tire wear helped me.
100%, man. I mean, that's definitely a key factor here, mostly out of Oswego, if you want to hold that bottom of that racetrack. Congrats to you, man, on the third place run here tonight. First time in Outlaw Dirt Series, if I am correct.
Yep, first time.
First time here. You come here, run Oswego on week 7, and you come home P3. So congrats to you on that. Is there anybody on the car you'd like to thank before taking off?
Yeah, Midwest Sim Sports. Those guys really helped me a lot over there. Craigie J Designs and CFM. And that's about it.
All right, man. Well, like I said, congrats to you on the third place run here tonight, and hopefully we see you again.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's bring in our second place runner, Jamie Massey, real quick. Jamie, you got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man. I'm not too sure what happened in that race. Looked like he had a little bit of an internet issue. But hell of a drive by you though. After you come back from dead last back up to top 3, take us back, man. How it felt and what you could have possibly prayed for maybe a win.
Yeah, I just needed the line he was running in 3 and 4 was throwing me off because I wanted to run the middle, and I was so good through the middle of 3 and 4, but I couldn't run the same line as him and win the race, so I was gonna have to go elsewhere. And I think that I could have. He timed that restart really well. I kind of went, and then he went, or he. I thought he was gonna go, and then I went and kind of had to let out to keep him getting into him, and he got a good restart, man. And it's 2 laps. You really got 2 laps to do something. So I think if we'd have had 5, we could have got it done. But all in all, man, I'm proud of the drive. I mean, me and Casey both showed a lot of speed there, and I haven't been on building setups since y'all's last series, and my guys have been struggling. So I come back to last week, and we've worked our ass off. Been building stuff for his league and stuff for this league, and he actually ran a race here through the week, and I was really good. And so I mean, I felt like that we had a good base, man. I was just out front cruising, and I don't know if my VR glitched and caused my internet to kick me out or what, but my VR went black, so I tried to drive as far as the wall I could and try to go over the wall because I didn't want to mess nobody up. So I was trying to get out of the way, and I couldn't see nothing, couldn't see what was going on, and then my actual monitor froze and it just showed I lagged out. But initially something happened with VR. Just have to look into it and troubleshoot it or something, man. But I appreciate y'all letting me come back and waiting on me, and I tried, man.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. If we had one more caution with that wreck there, if caution came out, I think you definitely would have had it done here tonight. But hey, you can't complain. Dead last up to second. Congrats to you, Jamie. Is there anybody on the car you'd like to thank before taking off?
First and foremost, I want to congratulate is it Turner? Turner, yeah.
Turner, yeah.
Man, he puts in a lot of work, and he's a good kid. He asks a lot of questions. He's asked me a lot of questions over the couple of months, and I've tried to help him the best I can. And he's a good kid, and it's good to see him. Like, I think I could have pushed the issue probably there and did something crazy. And but man, I like to see kids like that. They're the future of this shit. And when I decide to hang it up, I like to see kids like him that do well. So congratulations to him and everybody for racing me clean. And I want to thank everybody over at H&L and me, like I said, Casey, man, he helps me with setups. Me and him bounce ideas back and forth, and he told me that we were good, and he felt good in what I had, and it showed. He ran a good race tonight, so proud of him and y'all for putting this deal on, man. This is one of the best leagues I've ran in. I know that I've not seen eye to eye on a couple of things, but I mean, y'all do exactly what y'all say y'all gonna do each and every week, and y'all go by the same rules each and every other week, and most people, do what others say, and I appreciate y'all sticking to it. And yeah, and no, I didn't get an interview on the invitational race, man. I want to apologize to y'all for that. That was a stupid mistake that I've never made in my life like that, and I felt terrible. So just on broadcast, man, I want to reach out and say that was dumb. I mean, I know it happens in racing, but I like to think that I don't make stupid decisions like that. And I mean, it wasn't a stupid decision. It was just it was an error, driver error, and it beat me up pretty bad. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir, Jamie. Well, like I said, congrats to you, and we'll see you on next Sunday or maybe Tuesday.
Yes, sir. See you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's bring in Turner. Turner, your first time winner here in Outlaw Dirt Series. Oh my God, I can't wait to bring him up. Knuckles, man. I know you've been excited to get up here in the booth. Take us back, man. How you feel? How do you man, first time in Outlaw Dirt Series get a win? I know you feel good about it.
We have been such a clusterfuck, to put it frankly. I've been such a clusterfuck here recently. Just brand new race car, new wrap, got it done. Literally 20 minutes for the race, got it and traded paints. I cannot. No, I do build sets for myself, and I do have my own team. I cannot thank Tanner Tomasi enough for making such a good piece. Now, I'm not trying to do an ad or anything like that. I cannot thank him enough for making me such a drivable piece. This thing drove absolutely amazing. I'm not paid to say this. This thing just drove fucking amazing. Yeah, man, this is a big win for me.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I mean, first time win or first win here probably in the whole season. So, congrats to you on that, man. I know what it feels like to get a win for the first time in the league, and many more coming for you later in the season. Mostly with you partnered up with Speed Ranch there. So, congrats to you, man. Hell of a drive here done. Hell of a drive here tonight. Before you go, is there anybody on the car you'd like to thank?
Yeah, real quick, this thing's brand new. I need to make sure, I get everybody. First and foremost, Tanner, Speed Ranch, Tanner Massey and Speed Ranch, amazing group. Warrior Race Cars, my dad, Superior Fuel Cells, Knox Performance, American Man Designs, John Lorzell. He is such a big help with, getting me free, good looking cars. Appreciate him. Fox Racing Shocks, VP Racing Fuel. Yeah, just, everybody helps me out, man. I wouldn't be here without them. I told Massey, I said, I have never won a race this big. And I know maybe the SOF ain't that high, but you look at the names in this field, and it's a stout field. Like, this is pretty damn good field right here. We have, Cuddy, Jamie, Tyler, Brandon, JP, Casey. I mean, you got a lot of good guys in there, and this means a lot to me. I appreciate you all for putting such a good series on. And 7th in points right now. This one will help us a lot. But we'll be back. Thank you.
100%, man. Well, like I said, congrats to you on a nice win here tonight, and we'll catch you again on Tuesday for the Pro Late Models. All right, well, he is out of here, and ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna wrap up your interviews. I do want to give a shout out to Bert, one of our admins, Dirt Late Nation. Look him up on Facebook and Instagram. Does a lot of late model stuff and posts stuff for us as well. So I just want to give him a big shout out for helping out, as one of our owners is sitting out right now. Sean, if you're watching, hope you get better, buddy. And if you ever need us, we're always right here. But that's gonna wrap up tonight's race here tonight, and we're gonna call it a night. So I hope everyone has a good night, and we'll be back again on Tuesday for the Pro Late Models Week 7. Have a great night.